Hey English 11, Mr. Nass here. This is lesson 4 for the Persepolis unit. You won't have any new sections to read in the book, but we will be identifying important extracts from the book in this lesson. Here are your two learning targets. Identify and analyze key moments from the beginning of Persepolis, and identify global issues in Persepolis. So let's get started. What is an extract? So we're looking for extracts, and extracts are just a piece of the text, a part of the text that you want to take out that is important. So in a graphic novel, it's a little bit different. It can be one page worth of panels. And so in this case, that's 3 rows of panels. Maybe it's on a couple different pages, maybe it's on the same page, but 3 rows of panels in this book, at least most pages, that's a single page. And all you do is you take that out, you extract it, you take it out as an example and as evidence for what you want to say. So what makes an extract a good one? Well, you need to find pivotal moments in the text. You need to find things that are important events, important thoughts, turning points, moments of realization, things that important that happen that change the course of the text or that really relate to the theme or themes that are going on. Another thing that you're looking for is a global issue. What is a global issue that's shown in one page of text? Where is it most obviously seen? That would be a good extract. And then anytime you also see some of those graphic novel terms, things that we talked about like splash panels and contrast and different techniques used by the author, those are powerful times that contribute to the overall meaning of the text and help us to know that that's a significant page. So how will you get an extract? So for this mastery check today, and in this lesson, you'll be finding your own extract, choosing one, and then speaking a little bit about the author's choices in the global issue. Well, you have to open the Persepolis ebook. It's a PDF, it's in the Persepolis folder, and you'll be taking a screenshot from there. So once you find an extract that you like, you're going to be taking a screenshot and make sure on your mastery check that you put the page number as well. Once you've taken the screenshot, you paste that extract into your mastery check. You'll be looking at 2 things: authorial choices, choices the author makes, and a global issue, and connecting them to the extract that you chose. Let's talk for a minute. Very quick review of global issues. Global issue, the universal issue, something that happens here, happens everywhere around the world. You remember that it has wide-scale significance, so it's important everywhere or in lots of areas of life. Transnational, and it's felt in everyday local context. So if you went around the world and you discussed this issue, everybody would kind of feel it, kind of know about what's going on. This is another piece of review. If we look at this, you remember these fields of inquiry, right? You're going to pick a couple of them, kind of guide you to the global issue. These are not the global issue. These are categories where a global issue might fit. Politics, power, and justice, science, technology, environment, those 2 things might have a lot to do, especially with what we're reading now with Persepolis, politics, power, and justice. Culture is very important. So I'm going to skip here. Let's talk for a minute and give an example, relate an example back to the documentary we watched for Unit 2. If you remember, we watched The Last Blockbuster. It was about the change from a culture where Blockbuster stores were everywhere to only one left. And so the global issue here has to do with physical stores and physical spaces and businesses having a place where you can go. And what they were trying to communicate was that those physical stores promote social interaction, so interacting with other people who work, coworkers there, customers there, and cultural engagement, engaging with the culture of film and movies and its development. So that's the global issue that everyone really could understand the difference between, looking at a screen and watching something as opposed to going somewhere to get something. So if I created a global issue statement from the global issue that I've identified from the last blockbuster, it might look like this. The last blockbuster argues that physical stores promote social interaction and cultural engagement through the use of imagery to appeal to the emotions of the audience. So you can see we have our global issue up here that fits with our field of inquiry. We have the global issue thesis statement that talks also about what the author does. And here are the parts. You have that global issue right here in green, and then in orange you have some of the choices the author makes to communicate the global issue. Might be literary devices, writing techniques, visual elements, graphic novel terms, especially with Persepolis, as an example. So let's take a look at what you need to do. In the mastery check, it looks like this. In the box at the top, you can go to the PDF of, let's make sure this works, Persepolis. I'll come back to it. You go to the PDF of Persepolis, you find a one-page extract that you want to use, and you paste it here. Make sure you put the page number as well. I'm going to go ahead and add that, so don't forget. And down here, provide information for the context. What's going on in this part of the text? What's the global issue? Remember the example that I just showed you, right? What's the global issue? What's the message that she wants people to understand about the global issue? What are her authorial choices? Remember those graphic novel terms. And choose one of the authorial choices and explain how it connects to the global issue. All your explanations will be right over here. And that is all you have to do for lesson 4. And here's the PDF that you will get to when you click the link. All right, we'll see you on the next one. You're going to do amazing.